Feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. No alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move.
going on, everybody? My name is Chad, the man with the slightly faded hat because yellow is a slight offset of green. I am your host of Anime Night, here to hang out, to chill, to watch anime, to talk about Japanese culture and all that fun stuff, and hopefully subvert expectation, which usually is incredibly, incredibly low. Real quickly, before we get started, let's just talk about how this works. Up front, you can check in the description down below. In fact, I'll do it with you so I can actually do this live so everything makes sense. You can see the description. It says, welcome to Anime Night, blah, 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 blah. All stuff you guys don't really care about reading. And then you can see support the channel. You can tip there if you guys would like. There will be a thing on screen. Any tip will get your message read on screen if you would like that. We have a Discord server of 250-something Japanese learners and just hangout people that like to have fun. I would like to say I'm sorry I was not as active this week. I'm in my last 2 weeks of school, which I will get into in a bit here, because there's something I have to go on with that. And getting a little stressful, getting a little tough on those last 2 weeks. I don't know why they throw all the hard work at you then, but they do. And we'll just get through that together. But if you'd like to watch it with us, the next link below that is I'm watching on Crunchyroll because I'm poor and I don't feel right about pirating. But we are watching this week Konohana Kitan, which, if you're not in the Discord, there was a long discussion about that Kitan word that eventually didn't get resolved very much. But we're watching this. It is recommended by Dylan, who private messaged me on Discord, so thanks, Dylan, for suggesting this anime. I've never heard of it. I do happen to like Japanese folklore, mythology, the yokai, everything that goes with that. I do see girls with cat ears, which generally is not my thing. But you never know. Maybe it's fun. I do like the art style, so maybe this will be an interesting week. So you can click that link, get it loaded up while I'm talking in a separate window, and we can watch this together. You don't have to watch it, though. There's plenty of conversation that you can have. As you can see, what side of the screen is it? On this side of the screen, over here, there's a chat that I read live, and you can talk to me, and everything's totally fine. In fact, we just got a tip from Brandon. Oh, this is the Italian one. Gosh darn it. Ferretti. Thank you, Brandon, for the $4.99 through Super Chat. I really appreciate it. You're the best. Now, before we start, and hopefully I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to load everything up while we're talking here. I got to say this up front. If you can't tell by how big the bags under my eyes are, and I'm unshaven, and I'm wearing a beanie because my hair is disheveled and unshowered, I am very tired from school. On top of school, doing double the workload I do, I'm still studying Japanese. Very, very hard. And I'm also keeping up with Greek because I have to for school. I'm not trying to be a polyglot, it's just school makes me do Greek. So if you can tell, I'm very tired. Now, these last 2 weeks I've honestly considered sitting on, my porch going, how am I supposed to exist and also keep up with YouTube and doing the live stream? In fact, right now I should be typing because I have papers that are due. But I had to rely on something I remember doing right when I first started doing Anime Night, and frankly when I started doing this channel, which was, I remember being lonely on a Saturday night, not having plans with friends, and being, like I am now, very, very stressed. Like, I was so stressed I gave myself a nosebleed and made myself throw up from shaking, from being so stressed. This is when I was in Japan, when I was doing those crazy study hours. And I remember when I started this channel, it was to help people not do that. And it was also to help people who were sad and who needed, a little escape from the world. So I gave myself a compromise, remembering my morals. I'll level with you guys. I don't know if I could do a full hour live stream today. I'm that exhausted, and I think even if I tried to push myself to do it, I probably couldn't get, at the end I would taper. I probably couldn't do it very well. So, compromise. We'll watch one episode of an anime instead of the usual 2 to 3. I know it'll be shorter. We'll probably only have a stream about 30 to 40 minutes, not including this intro, obviously. I don't want you guys to think that we're ending at like 9:30. And that'll give me 20 minutes to type before I have to go study some more Japanese until probably like 2 in the morning. So hopefully that works. If that's the case, cool. And as long as there's one person out there that could use a friend on a Saturday night, Chad's going to be here. So before we start, I'd like to say thanks to, scroll up here, there's a lot of people that were talking. So Erica, Rebirth, Henry, keep going down. I try and say hi to everybody. Oh, that's going to bother me. I think it's Ari? Arika, hopefully. If I'm wrong, let me know. I just want to make sure I'm saying that right. Utakanu. And Brandon, obviously. And I'll catch up on everyone's chats here in a sec. Anthony Smith, welcome back. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We're going to have a great anime night this week. Let's jump right in to the anime. There will be a timer. I might as well tell you guys about that right now before we start. So let's see. I hit start. Should come up. There it is. And you'll see I'll hit start. That will keep track of where we're at through the anime. So even if you come in and out, you'll be able to go, oh, Chad's, 21 minutes in. You can move to the 21-minute mark and then catch where we are. All right, let's stop that. So we will begin here in just one sec. I gotta get mine set up on my end, and then I can watch the chat. So we will begin in 3, 2, 1. All right, hopefully we're probably 1 second off, but that's okay. Oh, hey, at least it's sub this time. Let's take the subtitles off, because that's gonna bother me. All right, cool. Now let's catch up on the chat while this is going, shall we? Oh, is that a full-size rat? Tiny rat. Okay. It's a funny way to say Erica. That is my name too. Okay, Erica. Oh, I see. The last name's part of it. I am tired, huh? Erica. I got it. Good guy, Chad. Okay, how you doing, Chad? Well, I said in the beginning, but a little stressed. It's okay. Please keep up your health, too. I am working on myself, so I'm not... Unlike before, I've learned my lesson. I am taking care of myself. I'm taking care of myself by doing halftime on this live stream. I'm moving to Honolulu. I know. Dude, I gotta see you in Honolulu. I'll find a way to get out there, and then we'll... As long as I can have, like, a couch, we can go do whatever people do on Honolulu. Chad reminds me of a white version of Wes from Terrace House. I really need to actually watch Terrace House because people make a lot of references. I've lived for 6 years in Hawaii. There's always direct flights. When is Yokai Watch? I mean, we could do that whenever. Yokai Watch is a fine show. It's like Pokemon, but not for my generation. Again, Anthony Smith, welcome back. Alright, I think I'm pretty caught up. We'll just go back to if I missed anything, feel free to say it again. Tired Chad is tired. Tired Chad is very tired. We'll say this, so far I like the art style of the anime. So that's good. A lot of these that we've done on here, if you're a long-time watcher of Anime Night, you know. So much of what we've watched has been recommended to us, and it may or may not be a meme from the person recommending it. And, yeah, this is cutesy. You can tell it's super moe-y and odd, and it looks fan servicey. But at least it looks well done. Like, you can't hate them. Okay, there they are in a bunch of Miko costumes. Fair enough. Is not like Pokemon. Oh, really? Tell any kid in Japan that. In fact, that was how I found out about it. I asked a kid who had one of the yokai on a keychain on their backpack, because I was seeing it everywhere. This is before I knew what was going on. But I didn't see anyone wearing anything from Pokemon. I was like, hey, what's that? And this was in a Japanese conversation, by the way. And he's like, it's yokai what? Yokai Ochi. And I was like, okay, so what's that? He goes, it's like Pokemon. So that's a Japanese person saying, I mean, mind you, a child, but that's what he's saying. Ads. Jeez, I'm going to turn this down. These ads are horrendous. So this is Slice of Life. I'll level with you. I don't know. Maybe I could find on here if they have... I know, so here's the synopsis, the basic synopsis that I know, and nothing here is spoiling anything. There's a girl who lives in a hot spring hotel, kind of like if you've seen Spirited Away, the Ghibli film. But she's a not a cat girl, fox girl, like that's a big difference. And it's kind of her making new friends and I guess just experiencing life, from what I can tell. So I think it's Slice of Life. Knowing anime, it's probably got a romance thread too, so it's probably a little rom-com-y, a little bit. Doesn't look very dramatic, looks mostly like rom-com, kind of cutesy. So we'll see. If you're a anime virgin, however, you should totally do, that Studio Ghibli film I told you about. It's very good. Are you getting ads too? Yeah. I'll level with you, man. Crunchyroll's a nightmare when it comes to ads. I have ad blocker on right now, and it's still showing me 50,000 ads. Japanese people are allowed to be wrong, though. I love that. That's true. That is very true. If you guys don't know, there's actually a talk that we had about this particular anime. The last word that's in it, so you have Konohana, and then you have Kitan. The Kitan, we had a debate in the... Well, not a debate, more of a search out on what the meaning was. And I actually sent it to 2 Japanese friends. Both had no idea what the word was. They understood the kind of the vibe it was thrown out, but they couldn't even find it in their Japanese dictionaries they had. It's probably a creative way to express that word or idea that isn't technically a real word, or maybe it's a name of something. Who knows? It does look very, like, even this intro card, Daichi... Was that a tip? Oh, it was a subscriber. Mernmina. That sounds cool. So no ads for... If you guys have Amazon Prime, they have a thing through Twitch Prime, which I do have Twitch Prime, where you can get a month of Crunchyroll Premium for free. Why didn't we start that? Why? Ah, Erica, why didn't you tell me? Ah! Ooh. Yeah, this is supposed to be cutesy. I mean, it's fine. I like cutesy stuff. You don't have to have a Crunchyroll subscription if you... You have to have a Crunchyroll subscription if you don't want ads. Yeah, it's a problem. It's not a horrible problem, but it's enough of one. Ugh. I've actually never been to one of these bathhouses. I've been to, obviously, like, onsen and sento. I haven't been to specifically these hotels where they have that be the appeal. I've seen them. They have them a lot in the countryside and in the woods. But have not personally stayed in one. If you guys don't know me, I'm a budget traveler. I get to go to Japan every year because I'm not... Oh, fan service. What? Okay. Probably not going to like this anime now. I'll level with you. I did some digging and finally found them. Japanese manga scans. Oh, sweet. I can't check it now, but I will check it when I'm on my Mac. Chad is visibly in pain. I'm tired, but I pushed through worse. So I'll push through this. Make it worth my time, Henry. Entertain me. Also, y'all should be hydrating. It's a long, hot summer day. You need to be hydrated. I'll say, not a lot of yokai right now. I see a bunch of fox girls, if that counts. Good animation. I have to say this is easier to understand than Terrace House. Yeah, this is... Yeah, and they're even using pretty big... Minus the Ken at the end. I don't think a lot of people would know that unless you're kind of learning more spoken Japanese. But, pretty easy. She speaks very... The main character speaks very normal, like, Tokyo Ben. Very dictionary standard Japanese. Which is pretty standard. There's very few anime that are out where the main character doesn't speak proper. It's usually the what is it? Not anterior. Ancillary. English is hard. Characters. Chad, have you beaten up someone? No, those are called study bags under my eyes from a lack of sleep. Because I was dumb and doubled my workload this semester and still kept up Japanese and Greek. I'm really dumb. Shouldn't have done that. You also shouldn't do that. You should know your limits. Be better than me. Learn how to take care of yourselves. When's Pokemon Adventures in the Orange Islands? Oh, we could do that. Gosh, what do we got left? I think I got 2 weeks of school left. Yeah, first week of June, I'm done. I mean, yeah, we could do it either next week or the week after, or frankly, anytime this summer. In fact, I'll be streaming a lot more this summer. I think the first day that I actually have, like, free and I'm rested and, like, back onto my non-school schedule, I think I'm going to stream on Twitch and try and take a practice JLPT for everyone so they can kind of see my process, which will be fun. We have to do Yokai Watch. We can do Yokai Watch first, and then we can do... I think Orange Islands is the first season, right? Yeah, very simple Japanese. That's good. This is pretty good. Chad, why the study so hard? Do you enjoy it? Well, first off, I enjoy learning. Japanese or not, I like learning stuff. Why do I study this hard? I'm a very driven person. I got a lot of lofty goals in life, and I have the willpower to hit those goals. I think I overestimated the workload this semester a little bit. That was kind of my bad. What are you gonna do? But, you know, as is life. I recently watched your video on the kanji kente, sorry. Screen's far. Aside from school keeping you busy, how is studying for that gone? The test sounds insane. Haven't started studying for that yet, in specific. Still got a lot of stuff I got to get done this summer with Japanese. Because I'm going to be off school, I'm going to be cramming super hard this summer. So... I will be studying for it, but it'll be post N2 this year. Pass or fail, whatever, it doesn't matter. But like when I'm done studying for the JLPT in specific, because that's gonna be kind of mandatory for me to have for doing some professorship stuff in Japan when I'm done with my masters. I'm then gonna have to. I'll crunch down on that for fun. When is the King James Bible translation into Japanese coming? I'm waiting for it. So there is kind of one. In fact, I'd have to stand up. I have it over there. So the only, there's basically two modern translations that weren't based on the early ones. You have Shinkyo Seisho, the new interdenominational, I think it would translate to version. That came out in 1987. And it's a nightmare. That was a conglomeration of every Christian denomination in Japan, including like Mormons, Catholics, Lutherans, Jehovah's Witnesses, just a whole bunch of denominations. Everybody but the Japanese National Christian Church, which is the one that they started where they combined all of the denominations after or before World War II. It's just, you can read the translation, and it's so bad, because they say it's based on the Nestle Island, which is the Greek. I have the Nestle Island, and I can read Greek, and it's not based on that. So they basically took the King James, and then read in, the Calvinists read in their kind of interpretations in some parts, the Catholics read their parts in some parts. It's a nightmare to read. Then you have the new... it's like the World something version, I forgot. That came out relatively recently. I think it was 2017, 2018. I've only seen pieces of it online, and it's better, but it reflects a lot of theology from a particular type of Christian. You can read it in the text, and you can tell you can tell from the way that it's read that it was translated by a foreigner and then proofread by a Japanese person that Japanese person doesn't have the foundation in the biblical languages. It reads different than like my Nestle Island text, or if you're going with majority text, or a lot of people do like the Vaticanus or whatever, like the stuff that's based on Erasmus's works. Can you tell I study a lot about biblical translation? So I'm not a fan of either of those. So I'll be translating myself the whole Bible and a lot of other books, but it's going to take some time. I definitely will not release any translations till I have I need my master's in hand, because I'm doing theological studies, and I want to have my N1, so at least when people read it, they don't think it's completely not based on anything. There's a lot of naked girls in this show. I know it's a bathhouse. I probably should have expected it. Have you seen Tollywood movies? I haven't. Oh, wow, it's not good. No wonder Japanese people aren't Christians. I don't think Japanese people, on average, obviously, I don't think the average Japanese person has an understanding of like biblical Greek and Hebrew or can read the Vaticanus Latin. So I'm not. I don't think that's what stops them. The problem is when you read the most prevalent version, the one you'll see 9 out of 10 times in churches, is the interdenominational version, the one from '87. And it just makes it turns Christianity into this thing where it's like, if you work hard enough, you'll go to heaven. That's a lot of how the grace is translated. And they have a lot of backwards ideas. They use words that are not, they're not like a coherent translation of the original signifier. So, it's, the truth of the matter is a Japanese person would read that and they go, well, yeah, but if I just go to my shrines, like the things that I've grown up with, or the Buddhist temples or whatever, and I do their works, I do the same thing, but it's native to me, it's familiar to me, whereas Christianity's this kind of foreign thing. So a lot of people just prefer to stick, if they have to work to go to heaven, they'd rather just do their own way, and that's not the way the Bible's supposed to be read, so that's, anyways, tangent, right? My favorite Bible translation's the one in the trash can. Man, some days I feel like it. There's some days I'm reading and I'm just like, my brain's so cooked, I'm like, I'm just going to put this here for now. I can't, though. My freaking Nestle Allen, the Greek manuscript that I have, is like $50 at the cheapest. What is your version that you like? That sounds like not Christianity. Yeah, exactly. That's my point, Henry. Even yeah, it's like you hear that and you go, "Is that really Christianity?" Like, you don't have to believe it to understand. Like, you hear what these people say, and it just doesn't sound like that. So, using Chrome with ad blocker, no ads. Really, I'm using Chrome with ad blocker, and I get ads all the time. Version I like. I read the Greek now. For an English version, it depends on what you're trying to do. If you're doing a more scholarly look and you're trying to cite English, the Christian Standard Bible's alright. New King James is fine. I mean, here's the truth. If I could teach, even with a bad English translation, I could tell you, I could preach a sermon or tell people about Jesus. It's not that's the problem. The problem is when the words are inherently, like, off, like, not right. Japanese has that problem. English doesn't have that problem as much. So, you know. Yes. Hey, he even got it. Cool. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. The Japanese name, fun fact, is Iesu, which actually comes from the Greek. I don't have a Greek keyboard on my PC. I do it on my Mac. But that's actually based on the Greek way to write it from the Greek manuscripts that we have, right? The papyri. So, a lot of people don't know that. How good's your Greek, Chad? Good enough to read the Bible, so it's not modern Greek. It's called... see, all these books I want to get up and get, but they're freaking all the way over there, and I'm, like, surrounded by cables. It's good enough to read the New Testament in Greek, or the Septuagint, if you want to read the Old Testament text in Greek. My school requires that I'm able to read and write in Greek, Koine Greek, and in Hebrew. I haven't taken any Hebrew courses yet. I'm stressed enough with Japanese and Greek, but I will eventually introduce Hebrew. I started with the Greek, and then I'm going to carry that through most of my collegiate career. Old people Greek. I don't even know if it's old people Greek. We're talking about the stuff that, like, the Iliad was originally written in. Like, old Greek. Like, the common person's Greek around, like, Hellenistic occupation of Israel, so 200 BC to, like, 480. That period of Greek. Now, I do have a Greek friend who's a friend of the channel. Her name's Evie. And, well, her real name's, like, Evangelia, but it's Evie. And she and I do a lot of, like, Greek work. And even though I can't speak Greek to her, we can text each other in Greek and she can understand. And I can read a lot of what she writes me. So I'd say my Greek has come on way quicker than my Japanese did. So you say you're a B2 in Greek. I don't know what a B2 is. I literally just read the Bible. Because if you gave me a Greek newspaper, I couldn't read it. It's different. I can read certain words are the same, but they conjugate different. The sentences are different. There's no spaces in biblical Greek where there is in New Greek. So, dead people Greek. Yep, there it is, Henry. Dead people Greek. Greek that I cannot... Literally, I could go to Greece and it would not help me. Got my pizza, got my YouTube. Now all I need is my Chad. Yeah. My dad's side is Jewish. Most of them went to Hebrew school. I went to a Seder meal this last week, actually. Well, not this last week. It was whenever Passover was, which is around Easter, so last month, I think. I don't remember. It's been a while. But I went to a real Seder at a Jewish friend's house, and it was fun. European classification for languages. I don't know anything about that. I'm not trying to get, like, fluencies or take tests in Greek. As long as I can read the text, that's all that matters. If I can read the text and then defend what I'm saying the text means, as far as I know, that's all that matters. So I don't even know what a B2 is. Gosh, it's almost weird hearing these people only speak like proper Japanese. I'm not used to it. You usually hear some funk, right? You hear a little twang in their voice. Words don't mean anything. Dude, I just got past that part. There's an author we had to read named Silva who was saying that there are certain circles of like lexicographers and grammarians who say the base core of a word based on how the phonetic works. So whether it's, was it labial for lips? Oh, I forgot how it works, but you know, like, so if you make a lip noise like a buh or a puh, or if you add air into it, you make it aspheral, which is like pff, pff. So based on those sounds, we actually all humans developed early kind of signifiers for what words are. So certain things sound a certain way. It's kind of like in a lot of languages, you'll hear like Brutus, right? Brutus is not a delicate flower of a girl, right? Brutus is a Hulk. And that kind of, it doesn't give a word inherent meaning, but it gives it a vibe and a range in which you might be able to draw a generalization from. So I don't agree with those scholars, but they obviously know more than me. They wrote books and have PhDs. Maybe someday I'll be that expert. I don't think that's the case, though. Labia fan. Huh. It's a joke. Yeah, I know it's a joke. It just... I had like a 3-week period where our professor was just breaking down every idea of like, oh, I thought a word equals blank, and he's like, ha! If only it was so simple. And I'm over here like, kill me. Rough ride, man. It's been a rough ride. It's literally just all cat girls. You know what's weird? So I don't even remember why. I was in an anime store in like Minami Fukuoka. Sorry, my nose is all stuffed up. I think I'm getting stress sick. And a lot of the promotional stuff they have is from this, and I saw it, and I was like, I'll never watch this. Right, because this was 2017, right? Yeah, so I was in Japan for this last year, October 4th, 2017, and I saw all sorts of promotional gear for this, and I was like, nah, man, and then here I am a year later on YouTube. Just had 7 ads in a row. The site sucks. I told you! It doesn't matter if you have ad blocker. Ugh. I would love to meet a girl in person in Japan that speaks like how these girls do, because it would make me uncomfortable. Because it doesn't sound like you're being human, and it would, like, bother me. I'm excited for Pokemon Sword and Shield. I don't have a Switch. My brother does, and I would like to have it. Chad, when's your birthday? You just missed... Well, you didn't just miss it. You missed it by a bit. But if it's timed wrong, I'm going to get you a thing anyways. January 6th. It's public knowledge. It's on, I'm sure, everything and a half, so... I was born January 6th. I don't know, how long ago was January? So, say we're at the end of this month, so about 5 months off. Gosh, so many. Why is there so many? I know it's. Why am I complaining? It's a movie about an onsen, but seriously, there's so many naked girls. Yeah, I don't. Do I buy a Switch for Pokemon Sword and Shield? Probably not. I don't have money for it. I should. That's probably the only reason, really. 4.5 month range. You're right, math. I'll level with you. Not a math major. Not a math major. My professor for hermeneutics got his first master's in math, and his bachelor's was in math. So he went through math, then he got in the Navy, doing some sort of statistics works. His name's Dr. Pastor, I guess, Shields, because he's acting as a pastor right now. And then he went into theology, and then I think he has a PhD. I don't remember. Met a couple of Japanese girls like this, but I prefer Chinese women. They generally cook better and have a little more shape. Couldn't tell you. Been in China. Hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Not a fan. Don't like it at all. Wow, this is a very... Ooh, this is a weird ad. Sorry, guys. Not a fan of China. Korea's alright. Like, I've been through Korea a bunch, too. I think 6 times now. It's fine. It's whatever. I'm doing... Not Singapore. Where's my... I'm doing, like, a day-and-a-half layover... I think in Taiwan. So, is Taiwan still China? Or is it kind of its own thing? I think it's its own thing, right? So I might, day and a half, I'll get an apartment somewhere and then... Or get a hotel room and then, bugger around Taiwan for a day, see how it is. My girlfriend in Hawaii of 3.5 years was full Japanese, 5th generation, pure Japanese, who spoke 0 Japanese. Okay. So she has no, connection to the homeland. She's just 5th generation in America of Japanese people that are coming together. That's cool. I gotta switch to play Zelda. Can't wait for Sword and Shield. Yeah, man, I can't wait to, actually do something with all these degrees and certificates I have to earn money. I love YouTube, but there's only so much you can... There's only so many years that you can be like, I still live on a mattress without a frame, before you're like, did I make the right decision? And the answer is always no, I didn't make the right decision. China likes to say Taiwan is China. I like that, Justin. I think that's... Isn't that the case with Hong Kong, too? China likes to say Hong Kong is China. Doing 12 days in Japan, 4 days in Singapore. I got a buddy in Singapore. So, I don't think you'll ever see her, but who knows? 1 in a million chance. Then Korea permanently. Korea's nice. Even out, Seoul or not, you can go, there's a lot of places in South Korea that's very nice. Do you want to borrow my Switch? Erica, there's a lot I can take from you. I can't take a gaming console. I don't feel right about it. If I was in Texas, I might give you a ring and be like, hey, A, can I sleep on your couch? B, can I borrow your Switch for the night? But definitely not, I would not feel comfortable taking something that valuable from a friend. I'm going to go to Singapore in August. Henry, is that for a flautist competition? Is that what you call an ocarina player? A flautist? They technically do own Hong Kong, but it's an autonomous governmental region. This is my favorite non-Pokemon show ever. This one? I'll definitely watch episode 2. I'll give it another chance. I'm waiting for... I would like more actual yokai in the show. And not just fox girls that are half naked, but... I was just having a wonderfully slow conversation with some Japanese people in VR chat. Justin, are you streaming? If so, when we're done with this stream in about 2 or 3 minutes, because I need those extra 20 minutes badly to get some typing done. You should go watch Justin's Twitch channel. In fact, I can link it if he is live streaming. If he's not live streaming, no sweat. You should still go check him out. He's fun. In fact, me and Justin, the guy called Match, are planning on doing something together. We're going to play some arena or some Minecraft or something. Henry, I'm just going to have some fun. Oh, okay. Well, you should still bring an ocarina. By the way, I know I'm in school. When it's summer, I'll get the ocarina and I'll play that song I was practicing for you. I don't have a lot of time to be doing much right now, but we'll do that when we're done. Justin's not. Either way, here, I'll link your Twitch regardless. Everyone should go subscribe to Justin on Twitch. He's not paying me for this. He's just a very good friend, and I would be completely ecstatic if he followers. Or no, I have to go to following, huh? I don't really know how to use this. Match. Here it is. I'll link it. Everyone go follow Justin. Because you'll want to follow him anyways, because me and him are going to do something soon. So you won't get an alert on my Twitch or my YouTube. It'll just be on his channel. Kenny, what's up? You just caught the end of the stream. I'm so sorry. I still need to set up my VR for streaming. I followed. Hey, thank you, Henry. Thanks for supporting local Twitch people. Chad, very interesting that you can have non-romantic female friends. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm probably... It's not 90%. I'd say... Of my super close friends, like people that I would take a bullet for and they would take a bullet for me, 5 are male, 1's female. But of all of the friends that I have that are kind of on the ancillary, that I am friends with, I hang out when I'm in Japan with them, we'll go get food, but we're not like everyday talkers, we're not following each other on Instagram or anything. 90% are female. Like almost all of them are female. Well, hey, hi, Candy. I appreciate you dropping by. It actually does mean a lot. All right, guys, I definitely need to get to this paper, so let's finish up. If you guys would like to help me, don't have to, but if you would like to, you leave a like down below. It just tells YouTube that you're engaged, that there's action happening, and that it should recommend these higher. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or compliments during the stream, after the stream, whatever it happens to be, you're more than happy to leave a comment on any of my videos. Every single day I set time aside just to go through all of them and reply to them, because I do actually read all of them. I'm not just skipping over people. Likewise, I think the girls in the show are super cute, yeah. Non-romantic female friends, I think, is normal. I don't know if in Japan it's normal, but it might be. I don't know. I haven't asked. I haven't talked to these girls that are my friends and been like, hey, is it normal for me to be friends with you and not, like, try to sleep with you? I don't know. I don't think it's possible for a single heterosexual male, but props if you can. Thanks, Chad. Get some rest, bro. Oh. Yeah, I don't date much because I split my time between 2 countries, and I'm going to have to add Greece to that here in, like, 2 years. I work so much, and then I study so much, it would be selfish to have, like, a significant other, right at this second in my life. So it's either just not have friends with girls because I can't date them, or just, you know, be friends. So for me, the be friends is an option. Great channel. Rest well and take care of your health. Thanks for making my lonely Saturday fun. See, that's why I do this. Did I miss a lot? Yeah, you missed some explanations for stuff, but that's about it. Are you in Japan right now? No, I won't be back till... So I gotta go in October this year. I'm there the 1st through the 28th, and then... The next trip should be spring of 2020. Realistically, what I should do is I should be back in September and October, because there's a lot of money to be made for guiding foreigners for the rugby national, like the World Cup. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that just because of school, which is unfortunate. Greece, that's got to be super cheap. Yeah, Greece is pretty cheap now, which is sweet. Started 45 minutes ago. Oh, sorry. Anyways, let's finish up. Is there anything else I'm missing, guys? I might need your help. I don't think so. 2 weeks left of school, and then we're back. Everything's normal. I'll probably get the color back to my face. Oh, join the Discord. If for some reason, let's say I do study myself to absolute death and sickness, you can then, in the Discord link, figure out, because I'll post in Discord and on Twitter at That's My Chat on Twitter, hey guys, I feel like I have to go to the hospital, and then we won't live stream, so I won't keep you guys up anymore. Thank you so much for watching. It really does mean a lot that you guys want to hang out on a Saturday and that we can talk about fun, interesting stuff. So have a good week. What do I always say? Love hard, love deep, life short. Call your moms. I'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping